we, you know, it is what it is. If he's innocent, then, you know, deserves to get off scot-free. If he's guilty, then we all know what needs to happen to them sort of man there. But you're right, he does need to clear them charges, and I've actually almost forgotten about that. Now we have to kind of, the ones there, you have to kind of take it with a pinch of salt almost, per se, people. So we'll have to see. Obviously, that's all excluding this. Now, I offered my own opinions. I'm going to rise up the articles in a second, but my own opinion on Bissouma is I don't think we're going to sign him because, listen, I think he gives us a great option to play with Partey, to play instead of Partey. Obviously, he's a ball-winning midfielder slash box-to-box, can obviously do the lone six, he's obviously got a pass on him. But I think we need to have what Chelsea have to a degree, what Liverpool and City have beyond the obvious. They've got different options. We could, you know, we need to be in a scenario where we could play 2 8s and a 10, 3 8s, you know, all our 10s at the same time, all the 6s at the same time, mix and match and whatnot. It'd be great to pick up Bissouma like that. I don't think we're getting him because Elneny has signed a new deal. Elneny is good for the squad and all of those sort of things. Lokonga is still about. And obviously, you've got Thomas Partey. Now, Thomas Partey's injury record is something that concerns all of us. But I just think that's why we're not going to do it. To go with Granit Xhaka as a valued member of the squad, different position. I can only really see us bringing in that one midfielder, which is Telemans. I hope to be wrong because I would like to see 2 number 8s if I could. I think this club needs 2 8s and a 6. You pick up Bissouma, you know, and obviously you pick up 2 8s. Bob's your uncle to go with a striker in the evident other areas. So, yeah, I mean, how can you not like Bissouma? He's got it all. I think a couple of teams should be looking at him. So I can't really see us going for him in that regards, people. I think it's a myth, really and truly. In relation to Kieran Tierney now, obviously where Tierney's concerned, when I see 50 million, of course, I'm Tierney FC. I'm not selling him in it. Like, he should be our captain. I don't care if he gets injured or not. That's my guy in it, really and truly. That's the Flying Scotsman, the best fullback in the league. I'm gassing it. I'm capping majorly, but I like the guy in it. I think he's one of our best players in terms of mentality and that. He just needs to stay fit. You know, it is concerning because you can't bet on these guys. You know, 50 million, it sounds great, but when you break it down, is it really? I'm taking it. You know, I'm starting to think about it because of that. I can understand why people would want to wash their hands of Tierney, but let's break it down. What, we spent 25 million on Tierney, right? If he goes for 50, that's a 25 million profit. You know, fair enough. We've also got to discount the fact that I'm pretty sure Celtic have a 10% or so sell-on clause. So they're going to be owed some bread. So it's not looking like the mad thing it is looking like. So you're going to have to give Celtic some bread. You're going to have 25 million. You're going to need to buy a left back. You know, you're going to have to buy a left back. You're going to have to. If let's just be conservative and say 20 million, you know, for a new left back, that Hickey brother, you know, I like Hickey. But him and Tavares together, I'd rather Tierney and Hickey, if that makes sense. You know, it's going to leave us weaker. You're going to have to spend that. And that, for my maths there, I'm no transfer man. That leaves us with what? A surplus of around 5 million. I'd rather just buy a new left back and then Tierney probably get demoted as second choice if that's the thing, really and truly. Struggles to be fit's a bit harsh, but fair enough, man. I'm not going to get into it. We spoke about Adam yesterday, and it looks like he's going to Leverkusen, really. I just know Xhaka is going to be our next captain. Elneny did sign a new contract, so you're right. So that would be my thoughts. But if we start getting into some of these rumours and things, let's start with that. We've obviously got to talk about Bissouma as well, who's allegedly been offered, you know, a new lease of life by Arteta. Now, this wasn't actually the first article I was looking at, people. If we go back, this was it, where it said Arsenal have maintained contact over Bissouma move. Arsenal have maintained contact over a potential summer move for Bissouma, but 90-minute reports that Aston Villa lead the race to secure the 30 million deal for a midfielder. Now, that's why I think he's gone there. I think you're more likely to play week in, week out at Villa. I can't listen, you know, Gerrard's building something special. They're getting in some French players. You know, again, Gerrard talking to you. Listen, Gerrard would gas me. I'm not even a midfielder, so imagine Bissouma and whatnot. So I'm having Bissouma, but I think he's dead set in terms of the skill set. He's not an 8. He can do 8 things, but he's not an 8. We have more need for an 8. The club might say, forget it, really and truly. And for 30 million, that's without talking about getting in Telemans, who's going to cost around the similar sort of fee, without talking about scared about FFP problems and things. So I don't know if this will be something, people. Apparently Villa lead the race for him, and he could be gone really. There's a whole host of clubs. Apparently Spurs made a bid for him in January. Newcastle retained an interest for him. Arsenal are onto him as well. Arsenal have maintained contact over Bissouma. And obviously, we've got a history with French players. You know, he knows Ben White. He knows Gabriel. It feels like it could be done, in it, really. But I don't think it's going to happen. Obviously, he's got the physicality that we're missing as well, especially away from home. And he's shown that every time we played them, really and truly. So I don't really believe it. Aston Villa hoping to sign Bissouma despite Boubacar Kamara deal. So, yeah, they're trying to revamp their thing, and he could be a part of that, really. I would love him to sign for the club, but I don't know, people. Apparently, 90-minute has learned talks are already ongoing over a deal for Bissouma, who told Brighton early this year that he was ready to move on from the club in the summer. 90-minute revealed early this year on his desire to move on, and a deal worth in the region of 30 million could be enough to land the Mali international. You could do a lot worse. Arsenal could do a lot worse, really and truly, with these sort of players. It's understood that Tottenham and Arsenal have both maintained contact since the turn of the year, while West Ham have also been kept informed of the situation. Now, this helps Brighton, you know, because that's a bidding war, you know, really. So that's what they want to do, get the highest piece. However, as it stands, it is Villa who are when confirming his interest in Kamara. Gerrard also told 90-minute that the club were working on a number of deals. I think you'll see very soon there's been work in the background in terms of where we want to take this team, he said. So that's where Bissouma is concerned, people. Neves looks unlikely as well. CDG, that guy's it. 90-minute reporting it now. Exactly. Bissouma would be a good addition to the squad with extra games we'll have next season. Trust, but I think we made our decision with Elneny. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we've already got 5 midfielders. You know, one will come in, but I think Arteta will say, you know what, Telemans arrives. You know, you've got Telemans, you've got. I know there's injuries, but Telemans, Partey, Elneny, Granit Xhaka, and Lokonga. If bringing in Bissouma for me, he says, you know what, Lokonga, go out on loan with 5 subs in Europa League and more. Is really Lokonga come back next year. By then, probably move on Elneny, hopefully, and then that's what it is. I would love Bissouma. You know, I think from I'm hearing, without knowing everything, Hours available for 15 million euros. Bissouma is available for 30. That's 2 midfielders that could, I won't go as far as to say transform us, but could significantly improve what we're trying to do for about 45 million quid. You throw in your little Telemans for 20, that's about 60. Surely there's money to go towards bringing in a striker as well on that. And it starts to match up with the whole 150 million, 200 million to spend. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Hey, listen, Villa are moving mad. They need to sign some centre-backs as well, really and truly. Tierney, we can't sell now. Please, no Xhaka captaincy. I don't think we'll sell Tierney. Who would you want more at Arsenal, Jesus or Neves or Nunes? Difficult, man. You know, Brazilian bias. I'm finna say Jesus, but probably Nunes because he's more of the 9 at this moment. You know, he had a rubber at Almeria and hasn't got the strongest body of goal scoring, but like he's more of a goal scorer. It's all the potential of what Jesus could be. You know, as much as I'm here for the Gab Jesus thing, if we just look at the numbers, we need a gunman up front. We haven't signed a gunman. He got 8 Premier League goals. 4 of them came in one game, and his form really turned around when he was linked with us, sort of thing. Now, I'm kind of betting on if Gabriel Jesus gets that platform that he hasn't to play week in, week out up front, he might do this thing. Similar to, not the same, of course, but Eddie Nketiah. He got a chance. It's a small sample size, but he finally got a chance to start week in, week out. And I think from that, he's done okay. You know, he's actually done, even games he hasn't scored. I think he was good against United, should have scored and gave Odegaard a lovely assist. I think he definitely should have bagged against West Ham, probably trying too hard, but he had a good game. Obviously got a brace against Leeds, a brace, forgive me if I'm wrong, a brace against Chelsea, probably his game, you know. So what could that do for Jesus playing week in, week out? But obviously I'm going to look at the club because you've needed a gunman. Jesus hasn't got the CV of one. Half his managers that have managed him, they don't talk best pressing forward in the world. They talk about how selfless he is for a team, which is true. And I can see why in the modern game, obviously, you look at strikers, there's not really household bare names to really be screaming about signing and whatnot. Because I think players have become system players. There's not really, in football in general, I don't really see individuality in them. Them guys there get rubbed out. And it's all about fitting in a system. Strikers sum that up. You know, as long as you can press, link up, there's not really a need for you to necessarily score goals beyond a certain point. There's not really them bloodthirsty for goal strikers in the game this day and age to us common football fans. I mean, Pepe and Bissouma being his done is irrelevant. You still have Ben White and Gabriel. Maybe Pepe's, well, if I'm Bissouma, I'm asking everyone what Arteta's like. But, you know, beef luck ain't pork luck. My luck and your luck are two different things, man. Really. Would you take Calvin Phillips from Leeds? Yeah, if he's on it. DG, you know this club just gave Elneny a contract because they plan on only getting one centre mid. If we got two and Elneny is sixth choice, that's cool. Trust, but it'd probably be five, man. I don't know why Southgate don't rate Maddison, but I wish he did. A man said, DJ, I just logged in and saw the Bissouma news. Don't give me hope, my brother. I'm not giving anyone hope. We're all speculating about this, you know. We're all just speculating about this. I feel like Bissouma only comes if Xhaka was to go. I think that would force Arteta's hand, but I can't see that happening. Why? You know, Xhaka's 29, 2024. He's got, you know, I do think we're going to see rumblings. Maybe he does go to Rome or whatever, but it seems like they've shifted course for a different player and someone that was also linked with us in, what's his face? What's his name again, man? Douglas Luiz. He's not linked with us again. He's linked with them. 93 likes, good start, people. But come on, man, there's 300 of you locked in. Can we get at least to 200 by the end of the stream? Unexpected high bills due for those who don't. So that's Bissouma, people. In terms of Arsenal, apparently Marseille are getting close to confirming the signing of Lacazette. We'll have to see what's going on there. Maybe the Lyon dream is over there. Obviously, stopgap. Elneny signed a new deal. He has said almost 7 years with Arsenal, but they don't seem to be enough. I'm still learning. I'm still growing, and I want to do so much more for the team and the club I love. I'm very happy, proud, and grateful for renewing my contract with Arsenal. My guy, man, you know, from a human point of view, I'm happy for you. On an Arsenal point of view, it makes sense per se. As I was saying on Twitch, you know, he's a good guy in the dressing room. He doesn't put up a fuss. You know, he knows his kind of role. He's not going to play that many games, but still he tries. He loves the club, squad player, happy to be that. But on the other hand, if I play devil's advocate, it's funny how the language changes, because if this was other players, we say they lack ambition. They're happy to pick up their wages. The club are not making the difficult decisions. Being a good guy, Tax. Being a good guy, being good for the young players, loves the squad. Are they good enough to kick on? Yes or no? Because he came into the squad and done very well as a result of injuries. The only reason it's a thing. Probably dropped to his level against Spurs and Newcastle. I'm playing devil's advocate, of course, but it's something to consider. Shout out Elneny same way, though. Mohamed Elneny signs new contract. He's extending his stay. The 29-year-old has made 147 appearances. We just spoke about what he said. Mikel Arteta said, Mo is a really important part of the team. He brings endless energy, enthusiasm, and commitment to the team and is loved by everyone. He's an important member for us on and off the pitch, a real role model for our younger players, and I'm delighted he's staying. Edu said, Mo has an incredible mentality, which is so important for our squad. He helps the team as much as he can every day. We're all very happy to have him with us as we look to build on what has been achieved this season. Elneny said, I want to finish my career here. I mean, you're 29. I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like when you play in one of the biggest teams in the world and you have an amazing family and fans are really amazing as well, they make me feel special. You feel like you are special for this club and this club is special for you. Of course, I want to stay here until I finish my career, actually. I needed to hear what he was thinking about me. And I always say to him, Mikel, I really appreciate what you've done for me, because with Mikel, I play more than I was before. I said, Mikel, if you say to me that you want me to stay or you want me to leave, I'm going to do whatever you want. All right. So Mikel has one of his lieutenants. This is always in my head. I want to put Arsenal at the highest point because this is what we deserve. When I speak to my family, I always say Arsenal deserve to be at the top. Always trust, my brother. I mean, you're gassing me out, Elneny. You know, I'm falling for it, even though you get it. Even though I just said what I'm saying, I'm a sucker for this shit as well, man. Big up Mohamed Elneny, man. Mashallah, and all of that. Everyone, hey, you're gassing me. I don't know why I'm getting gassed. We're moving meaty. It is what it is, people. Everyone needs to go to the Champions League. Everyone needs to win the league. This is what we need. This is what I love from Mikel, and we need to push like this all the time. Of course, I need to be part of this project to win the league, to go to the Champions League. Why not? Because we deserve it. We're one of the biggest clubs in the world. Come on, so A's up till we freeze up and that. Come on, Mikel. and Mohamed Elneny. You're gassing me. All right, from one meaty don to another, though. Apparently, Bellerin has made it clear he's trying to keep it moving. I have made my decision clear to both Betis and Arsenal. I want to stay at Betis. Now we have 2 months to find the best solution. I've made an effort to come here. I'm ready to make any effort to stay at Betis again. So that tells me he's ready to cut up his P to get 10 or so million. Is what it is. We should have just taken the money years ago from Barcelona people and kept it moving. You know, we should have just kept it moving, but it is what it is. Even Vardy was a late bloomer as well. Arsenal could still sign that DG guy for fullback. Come on. DG falling for the passion too, and then he plays another pass to the right back with no options. Of course, don't get twisted. Elneny, bro, he's still meaty, you know. He needs to keep it like, really, I'd just rather bring in new duns. Like, hey, I'd rather just do this Lokonga, Bissouma, Partey thing. Good guy tax. You know, I think like we need to ask ourselves the simple question as, are you good enough? Because many people would say, how can you really, you know, apart from him being a very valued member of the squad and what we just seen, many people would sit here and say, how can you really build a new mentality with the same dons? It's not possible. You know, other people, if it wasn't Elneny and it was other people, people might say he's happy to pick up a wage, not really playing, comfortable, all of these sort of things. Let's be honest, he's probably earning more peas here than he would elsewhere. He's got a 2-year contract, you know. That's the sort of things people would be saying if it was other people. So I wouldn't, I'm having a laugh and a joke, but let's not forget 128 likes. People keep running up that one. I'm having a laugh and a joke with you lot, and I think there's reasons to keep Elneny, but it's a myth. Compared to Bellerin, bro, you know, do you go and do your thing? You mean to tell me that Bellerin grew up a boyhood Betis fan, went to Barcelona as a winger, became a right back, was there when Arsenal was in the Champions League, you know, grew his hair, you know, changed his boot sponsors, won a couple FA Cups, went back to play in La Liga, and he won a trophy with his boyhood club in Betis way before Tottenham Hotspur. Bloody hell, mate, bloody hell. You know, is what it is. I wish I was investing major money into Arsenal. They need to invest major money into me. What's he still learning? Nah, to be fair, you can always still learn, man. What's he still learning? What side of the bench is the warmest? Happy to be here, merchant, no ambition. That's what some people would sit there and say. And to be honest, I can't lie, but if you feel comfortable in your place of work, I hear it. Why would you want to leave and things? The man loves the club, but there's also that side. You'll hear about links for big names during the whole summer, but end up with a panic buy, dead baller, or on loan, an injured player. Maybe, but right now we're speculating about this. Elneny is the softest of the soft. Smash the like button, people. Subscribe, roll to 50,000. Follow the Twitch links in the description. Come on, big up the Twitch gang as well. Make sure you're supporting the thing. Hella content today, people. A Conference League final, under 17s championship to come this afternoon. One love to people who was on my Twitch stream, which was our first stream of the day, and have followed through. And obviously, big up everyone that's here right now. Very appreciative of all the support you guys give me as we, you know, sit here day in, day out and talk football. All your support throughout the season and all your engagement levels. Morning, Ryan and everyone else locked in. Elneny will bring experience for the EFL Cup and them kind of games there. I hear you, Mac. But let's be real. When? Because touch wood, pause, bad man, don't do that. Is it really relevant? Because the only reason I'm for it is because it means Elneny means you can rest players. Let's be honest. The Europa League, you should be getting out the group stages with Elneny or not. You've got Lokonga who couldn't play ball. So you'd imagine Lokonga and Elneny, that's you lot. You could have given young players opportunities. I think there's enough to get through it without that. So I agree with what you're saying. So I'm more questioning my own logic. When we break it down, the group stage is cool. That's your 6 games or so, Elneny. You do your thing. Once it gets to the latter stages, obviously, if Elneny is the right option and he does his thing, it is what it is. But once we start getting knockout rounds, let's be for real. Why I'm open to keeping Elneny is because Arteta, you know, we're going to struggle next season. Like everyone, you know, when we played Chelsea, they played 2 games a week. You know, when we played Leicester, they had 2 games in a week. When we bucked City, they played 2 games a week. When we bucked West, so the energy levels, we played 1 game a week because really we went out the FA Cup at the first opportunity. So we're going to need to rest players. We're going to need to rotate. You know, the season is starting early off the back of a mentally and physically draining period now where some players might even be involved at international level as well. So there's going to be more fixtures. So, and I need to see us manage it. And obviously 5 subs next season as well. Arsenal, I'd rather Arsenal have too many jackets than not enough if it's winter, because – it's like we don't learn our lessons with injuries. But man said Elneny gassing DG yet no love for my guy Marie because Elneny knows he's a sideman. Marie thinks he's messed. And plus, I've seen Elneny back against Barcelona. I've seen Elneny have good games. On my life, God strike me down if I'm lying. I've never seen Marie have a good game when it mattered. Man, we're gassing up them little games against Burnley where they're not even trying to score against us. Certain man giving away penalties against Chelsea, more concerned about their hair when Lukaku's running out. You know, he's probably the one defender that benefits from being left-footed more than Mings. Like, man, get the dud out of here, bro. And whoever signed him and sanctioned that, get them fired as well, man. Safe. Safe. Would you sell Tierney? No. Come on. You lot are onto Bellerin, innit? But that's what that players want to leave, that Arsenal want these players to move on. Anyways, Hector Bellerin contract causes problems as defender makes Arsenal return stance. Actually, Juventus have been linked with Torreira today as well. Hopefully, we can get Arthur in return. But, you know, Torreira needs to go, and it seems like his agent's on the case. Bellerin needs to go. I'd rather keep Torreira than Elneny, but that tells you that it's been made abundantly clear. Torreira, you've not got an opportunity here. Bellerin needs to go. Maitland-Niles needs to go. Bearman needs to keep moving. Leno needs to go. They're contracted until 2023. Don't gas me. What's this? Gabriel Jesus, don't gas me. This better be a new thing. Don't gas me. So, yeah, he's on 100 bags. Bellerin's on 100 bags a week, people. So that's going to make it very difficult. He's going to have to subsidize those wages. And Arsenal are going to have to meet him halfway. Just take anything, man. And he said Arteta's is done. So they'll find something in it. Apparently, he made a mad message and he said, I hope we meet again and that. So, yeah, do your thing, man. I'm thinking everybody wants you to move on, really and truly. No one wants you. Is this today? This is yesterday. But apparently, Gabriel Jesus has already told Man City what he wants as he continues to be linked with Arsenal. Jesus is said to be keen on a switch to the Emirates as his agent confirmed that he likes Mikel Arteta's project. The attacker is assessing his options due to his limited game time this season, which is likely to be hindered even further with the arrival of Haaland. What has he said? I think we've seen this already. About my future is still uncertain. I have a contract with City. I've already expressed my desire to the City people and to my agent. I have in my head a very clear idea of what I want. Today, I want to celebrate a lot with City. It's obvious that I'm very happy here. Tomorrow, if everything goes well for me, my wife and our family, daughter Helena, will come to the world. What a way, man. You know, man, I've won the Premier League and then getting a kid. Crazy, man. So I have to take advantage of this moment, then think about the team, smile at the team. And again, on vacation, I will decide my future. We spoke about that yesterday, but reiteration for those that weren't necessarily here. Yeah, Bellerin said he wants to cut out. We're going to get into Saliba because I want to read the Athletics one first. Bellerin takes veiled swipe at Arsenal, an emotional letter to Real Betis after loan transfer. I mean, sensationalized headline. Where is it? All he says, I hope we meet again. Cool story, bro. Just get your move then, innit? Like, no one care about this. Apparently, Arsenal draw up 12-man transfer shortlist, including Jesus, Martinez, Telemans, and Neves ahead of huge summer overall. Arsenal are preparing for a major transfer outlay this summer after reportedly drawing up a shortlist with 12. Just bringing in 12 players, man. Being a good hype, man. He's a good guy. Being a good guy is not really that. Elneny is clearly content being a squad player, so I'm not really fussed. But that's the problem, though. If that's other players, we've got at players and said they're content to do that. Really and truly. So we'll have to see. Yo, DG, how do you get access to film in the change rooms every day? The grind is next level, trust. What could I say, man? Arteta likes the vid still. He thinks I'm one of the only content creators that speak honestly without agendas in it. So, yeah, man. Man said that Bellerin can go dead baller. Don't give me hope, DG, for Jesus. I'm not giving anyone hope. We're just looking at this. Pablo Marie Copa Libertadores winner. Wow. Come on, man. That's dead, bro. Brewster's won Champions League. R9 hasn't. Like, if we're going to do that, we can find bare rub-dons that have won stuff. That's rubbed. Mandanda's won flipping World Cup. Is he better than Buffon? Hey, less of that. You know, trophies only matter when someone's won it, when that matters, people. So let's see what's going on here. I bet the Sun's just taking all the players we've been linked with. Neves seems to be going Barca, but he's attracting interest after a strong season. Jesus fits the system. Telemann seems someone that we want. Obviously, Lautaro Martinez has hit 25 and 49. What's going on here? We've heard already Jesus' employers won about 50 million for him. And yeah, this could move Arsenal's attention elsewhere, with names such as Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Alexander Isak, and Victor Osimhen being linked with a move to the Emirates. Both Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Isak struggles for goals this season, while Osimhen will cost a significant amount considering he was signed for 80 million. Edu remains a firm admirer of Lautaro Martinez, but a new deal signed earlier this season could make him unattainable at a cost-effective price. We've also looked at Shamaka, but we've heard in relation to Shamaka people that he's interested in staying at in Italy. So we'll have to see. This was fucked up, man. Sorry, people, but every day in America there's a new shootout, and it's the world needs saving, man. It's peak. So yes, you know, Adam Hozek, who seems to be going Germany. Cody Gakpo rumors have died down. We've signed the young Marquinhos. We've been linked with Telemans, and we know Telemann seems to be the one that we're betting on at this moment in time. We tried to get Nico Slolebek, but he's gone to Dortmund now, so it's not really making sense, really and truly. Elneny signed a new deal. Apparently, we're trying to even sell the young Daniel Ballard as well, because you know he's going to struggle to make it at Arsenal Football Club, really, with all the options going on. So it is what it is. Definite interest. Arsenal really want to sign amazing 21-year-old fullback, 21 million fullback, million fullback, fits Gunner's profile. Arsenal have been linked with Bologna's Aaron Hickey in recent weeks, and according to Ryan Taylor of the Daily Express, the Gunners are definitely interested in the defender. Taylor, writing on Give Me Sport, claims there's nothing at the moment to suggest it's a done deal. Apparently, we did hear that the sporting director flew to London for talks. We'll have to see what's going on there. We know he's a good footballer. He's extremely versatile. He's got his career ahead of him. Why not bring him to the carpet, really and truly? We've also been linked with Memphis Depay, who's available to leave for 20 million euros, people. Barcelona want to get rid of him. Arsenal is one of the, just skipping through to the only relevant part, Arsenal is one of the teams that has been interested in him, and he knows that Barca does not intend to give the Frenchman away. In fact, if he ends up staying, Xavi won't mind. So we'll have to see there. More Memphis Depay links. You know, I was just reading this for myself, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Apparently, Vlahovic rejected Real Madrid, and his ex-president has been onto them, people, apparently. His Florentina, they've been onto them. And he mentioned Arsenal. And he also, they're not here, but he also hit back at Arsenal's Lucas Torreira. He hit at his agents, Vlahovic's agents, and he said, I don't know how many months they've been speaking to Juventus for, but a week later, Juventus, after he didn't want Arsenal, Real Madrid, and Atletico, came forward and we struck a deal. That's how it was. But if they came directly to us, they would have done better for Juventus. I did not make the same errors Milan or Napoli have made. I got money and used it to sort out our financial fair play obligations. So, yeah, man, that's that. We were linked with Koku, who we spoke about as well. Here's what it is. G1 sitting in his bedroom. I don't know if you know what your team actually did or not. You know, I'm more inclined to believe the president if he said people came for them rather than someone that, you know, you and that. That's what he said in it. Bellerin isn't moving on because he can't compete for a spot in the Arsenal squad. He's moving on because he sees that Arsenal is bent out of shape. Nobody trusts the process, not even our own players. Do you know how? Okay, cool. You can have criticisms over bloody Arteta and fucking hell, but fucking hell, Bellerin, mate. Come on, let's stop changing shit. Do you know how loyal you have to be to an agenda to be trying to